Cooking mad easy, yo. DW Corner. Sundays, every day of the week. Tell your friends, tell your dad, tell your mom, tell the street. DW Corner. DWCorner.com.
Hey people, DW back with you now. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to preheat my power pressure cooker right now. I'm going to put it on browning mode. Let's put it on browning mode. Brown, there we go. Let's go ahead and turn that on. And let's see, get this unlocked. And I'm also going to use just a little bit of butter to start sauteing the onions first. Then I'm gonna start adding my meats in there and get those sauteed down. So as we get the butter, I'm gonna put a little bit of butter, maybe about 3 or 4 pads of butter, which I guess I was kind of in a hurry to try to make this happen quickly. And forgive me, I should have had this all together, but this is sort of like, okay, let's hurry up and make this happen. It's very simple, very easy. Beautiful part about cooking is not rocket science, people. You can do things on the fly. You can add to, and you can just make it your own, you know. And another thing, you can add all those other exotic spices, especially for you pro cookers. Now, you beginner cookers, you know, if you want to follow along with the basic step, I want to have the description inside, you know, the website. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go with, I'm going to say measure, that looks like about a teaspoon worth of salt right there. So go ahead and sprinkle a little salt right here. We're going to dust both sides of it. Let me get me one of these little bowls here. Put the rest of that salt in there. Just put that aside. Also going to do a little bit of black pepper. This is coarse black pepper. That means it's a little bit, to find the grain is a little bit thicker. It's got a more richer pepper flavor to it. We're going to lightly sprinkle a little coarse black pepper on here. And I love black pepper. And let's split these over here real quick. Like, oh, almost forgot. How can you forget the onion powder? Let's do a little bit of onion powder here. Okay, I hear my butter is beginning to melt inside the pressure cooker as it preheat. Let's go ahead and flip these over here. We're going to make light work of this real quick. And all right, this is going to be so good. Quick and easy, not too cheesy. Here we go. I need to dry my hand just a little bit more. I'll put that salt up in there. Here we go. All right. Let's put the rest of the salt on the back. Just let's kind of dust this down a little bit of salt. Same thing do with the pepper. Rinse that real quick. Dust a little pepper. Like I say, you don't have to measure anything, but I would guess that's probably about a teaspoon of salt, and probably the same with the pepper. I said teaspoon, teaspoon, teaspoon. A little bit of onion powder. Okay, let's go with that. Now, let's go ahead and get this onions in here, get this onion sauteed. All right, start with the onion. Let's go ahead and get this. Onions always go first. For anything else, onions always go first. Now, normally, I would have my pressure cooker sitting up on top of the counter. But being that I have my chicken cut up here. By the way, people, I'm on this, so this is kitchen shears. This is one of the most fantastic tools. I was able to cut in between these meat. Let me show you something here, how simple these I love about the shears. The shears are cut through bone. Look at that. Just cut through the bone. And I love it. And it's a whole lot easier and simpler than a knife. Cut right through that bone. Make like a hot knife through butter. Kitchen shears, I love them. If you don't have a set, I highly, strongly recommend you get a set of them. They're really fantastic. Fantastic tool. All right. So I'm going to show you what I've got going on here. See if I can get this camera here. All right, you see how I'm sauteing those onions first? Get that camera angle right. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Get those sauteed down a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and start with the bacon bits. I'm using chopped up bacon bits. Let's go ahead and get those in there now. I want to get those, get the juices and the oils coming out of the bacon bits first. Now, sausage, this was one leg. I went ahead and took the scissors and cut those up into small pieces, bite-sized pieces. I'm gonna dump that in there, like so. And now I'm gonna go ahead and drop the chicken in there, like wow. And just gonna put all that in there. And let's see what we got here. Let's go ahead and clean these hands. We're just gonna rinse them quick. Now let's get this out of the way. Also, I'm gonna be adding 2 cups of rice to this after the meat is out. Now this is gonna take about 25 minutes. I'm gonna do the meat first before I add the rice, because the rice is not gonna take long. Rice is gonna take about 10 minutes. But I'm gonna go ahead and pressurize this in a few moments and let the meat cook. It's going to take about 25 minutes. Afterwards, I'm going to come back and I'm going to add the rice. So I'm going to go ahead and wash the rice here in a moment. Let's go ahead and get this stirred in here. Just rinse it. This is going to be so good. Oh yeah, get that brown a little bit. Might add a little bit more onion powder to it. Let's go ahead and move this over to the right on. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Looking good. As you can see there, I'm just getting that braise a little bit before I put the power pressure lid on it. I'm going to set it for 25 minutes and then probably add just a little bit of water. We already got water rendering out of the meats as we speak right now. I'm only going to add a little bit more water to it because the natural juices are coming out of the meats right now, and that's going to help it to cook. So I'm only going to add a little bit, touch of water, maybe a thimblespoon, what I call a thimblespoon, but it's just going to be just a little dab of water, just a little dab. There you go, just a little dab. There you go, not much. Get that boiling. Let's see something. Make sure that salt level is where I need it. And that seemed to be. You don't want to overdo it with the salt, but we want to make sure the salt level is at. Bring the flavors out. And here we go. Now that's bubbling. As you can hear it bubbling, and the steam is beginning to come up. Let's go ahead and put the power pressure lid on there. So unlock. And let's see, go ahead and lock the pressure cap. Go ahead and lock the hatch. One beautiful thing about it is already steaming up. So the little power button, pressure button right there is already popped up. Now that's going to make it go even a little bit quicker. We're going to go ahead and set this for 25 minutes on high. So we're on high, cooking time, 25 minutes. And let's hit the ignition. Ignition sequence is started. Okay, we are launched. Okay, that's going to be it. So as that cook, I'm going to go ahead and wash the rice and have it set aside to go into the pot. And rice, I usually wash the rice a couple of times. But that's the basic as far as getting the meat and everything cooked, pre-cooked before we put the rice, because the rice cooks very quick. So I'll get back with you when this is done, and we'll continue to cook on. DW out.
Cooking mad easy, yo. DW corner. Sundays, every day of the week. Tell your friends, tell your dad, tell your mom, tell the street. DW corner.
DWcorner.com